Hey guys, I'm Adam. This is On The Break, and welcome to episode 17 of the FM20 beta series here with Chelsea. Today we've got two home games in the Premier League. We take on Spurs and Man United. We're going to have a quick look at the schedule, see how we've been getting on. We're going to look at a new tactic, and then we're going to get straight into the action. So since you were last with us for this Arsenal double-header, where, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the last episode, we got smashed. Form's been okay, a couple of really disappointing defeats in there, but 5 wins. 4 in the league, put us back on track somewhat. So we started with a fairly routine 4-0 win away from home against Sunderland in the FA Cup. We beat Sheffield United and Fulham, both at home, both 3-1. We then got absolutely smashed by Stoke. 2-0 doesn't really tell the story. If we have a look at the stats, you see there, we came into the game a little bit and created some chances towards the end. But they just battered us. They were so much better than us on the day. For us to have 4 clear-cut chances, 4 half chances and not score a goal was really, really disappointing. Tammy Abraham had an awful day. And then probably the strangest FA Cup tie I've ever been involved in on Football Manager. We went 1-0 up through Callum Hudson-Odoi away at Crystal Palace. They equalised against the run of play in the 76th minute. And as I thought we were going to go and try and push for a winner. It was all looking right. And then they scored 3 in the last 10 minutes and just absolutely battered us. And it was just highlight after highlight after highlight. There was nothing in between. They literally just battered us for the last 10 minutes. Beat us 4-1. Absolute embarrassment. We bounced back with a 3-1 win away at Sheffield United. Goals for Fernandes, Rudiger and Victor Fisher. 2 fairly late on there to seal the win for us. And then a postponed game. So we have dipped into February a little bit. We beat Bournemouth 3-2 away from home. In terms of transfers, because I did say last time we would discuss any deals that happen. There were none. So, nothing to talk about, really. I did look. Obviously, we've got the money there to spend. But realistically, I didn't really know what we needed sort of to improve the squad. Yeah, I could have gone out and bought a world-class player in a position. But I don't really know where I would have done that. And then it would have meant that someone missing out that probably didn't deserve to be fair. So, we've left it as is. I do think the squad is good enough. I think what lets us down is maybe the tactic that we're playing isn't suited away from home. So we are trying something a bit different today. Admittedly, we haven't got an away game to try it in. The only bit of transfer news I do really want to talk about is that we sold Valentino Livramento to Leicester. He's an 18-year-old youth team player. He had decent potential, to be fair. We have a look at his scout report. Okay, that's gone down. It's saying 3-star now. At one point, he did have 3.5-star potential for us. But he was never going to play a first-team game. They've given us 5.75 million up front, and with add-ons it could go to 11.25. So they've massively overspent on him, but we're not going to complain one little bit. We will take that money and run. Dipping into the tactics screen then, and this is what we're going to go with. It's the same 3-4-2-1 shape, 3-4-1-2 shape, sorry. But instead of the counter-attacking style of play, we're going for this vertical tiki-taka. We've made a couple of tweaks. I don't really like the underlaps, so they're gone. Stuff like that. I'm hoping that with the back 3 we'll set up a little bit more solid, but we'll still have enough to create chances. We're trying Hudson-Odoi as the shadow striker in behind the front 2. He's been probably our star performer this season. And I'm also trying Erling Haaland as a pressing forward on support, which is something I've never done. Whenever I've used a pressing forward, it has always been on attack. So we're going to give that a try. Obviously, we can switch it up if it's not working. Cavani can come on, but yeah, options off the bench. Victor Fisher can play up front. Deulofeu, who's going to miss out today, can play up front. So team in full then for today's game against Spurs is Kepa in goal. Back 3 of Tomori, Rudiger and Voba, with Azpilicueta and Emerson as the wing-backs, Kovacic and Matuidi in midfield, and Hudson-Odoi in behind Haaland and Abraham up front. So Spurs then almost matching the system. They're sitting Ndombele in as that holding midfielder. But not a system I expected to see them playing, to be honest. I thought they would have gone more for the 4-2-3-1. Kane and Son up front, very dangerous for them. We're going to passionately tell them to go and do this for the fans. That's motivated them. Obviously, a big derby. The fans are going to be really important in this one. We get it underway, and we're hoping to see big things out of that front 3 in particular. We need to prove that this system can work, and if we can beat Spurs here, that would be a great way to get it off to a good start. Voba collects from a Spurs throw-in and goes down the line to Abraham. He's already beaten one. He plays it inside to Hudson-Odoi, but that's a really poor header forward. Gazzaniga rushes his clearance, and Azpilicueta collects now. Goes back to Tomori. He's got Azpilicueta as an option. He does use him. Can't get the ball in though, and we come back inside to Tomori. who goes into Kovacic. Azpilicueta in all sorts of space again. It's a really strange cross from Azpilicueta, but Abraham collects. Out now with Emerson. He does get the ball in. Hudson-Odoi loops the header just over. But we do come again now down this left-hand side. Emerson to put the ball over. Azpilicueta strikes just over the bar. Emerson's picked up a knock that could be curtains for this system in this game. Spurs not even had a shot yet. We've been absolutely dominant. They've not had a bad share of possession, but they've not been able to produce anything with it. We've got no one that can play left wing back unless Voba can do it. He doesn't love it, does he? Or actually, do we put Azpilicueta over there? It's not brilliant, but we could do that at least, I guess. Swap the defence around a little bit. So Ongwene's going to come on for Emerson. Tomori shifts out to right wing back. We're approaching the hour mark now and nothing's happening in the second half. We're going to stop it there. We're going to shout for some passion. And I think maybe Erling Haaland's race is run in this one. We're going to get Cavani on. Now what duty are we going to give him? I think we're going to put him on a complete forward on support. Get him to just do a little bit of everything. Hopefully see him as that link player. As Spurs now come forward down this left-hand side, Son and Lo Celso working it around. Dyer plays back to Lo Celso. Switches out to Aurier on the right-hand side. And have we just given away a penalty? Oh, I think we've just given away a penalty. We have. It's Harry Kane. This is going to be their first shot in the game. And he puts it in the bottom corner. Because of course he does. His 18th goal of the season, and Spurs score with their first shot of the game. That is so disappointing. It's a smart penalty. Kepa's got no chance. But completely against the run of play. They've gone ahead with 10 minutes left. We'll go attack in. We'll demand more from them. We've not seen a lot from Hudson-Odoi. We'll get Mason Mount on for the last 10 minutes. But they've been more than happy all game to just sit and soak up the pressure. We do get one last chance. Tomori takes the throw in into Matuidi. Tomori's ball in as Azpilicueta nearly got there. But Son's going to break on us now. And it's an audacious effort. Wide and over. Never threatening. But it kills a bit of time for them. Kepa with the goal kick. We're being awfully patient for a team that need a goal in the next 15 seconds. Voba out now to Azpilicueta. Needs a ball over the top, but he loses out to Enrique, and that's going to be that for the game. So a 1-0 defeat. Really disappointing that. We stay outside the top 4, and that was our game in hand. That was our chance. And that's a really disappointing result to take. I'm going to say that wasn't good enough. For the most part, I think that's probably unfair. Because we did play well in that game, but again, we didn't create the chances. And if you don't create the chances, then you're always susceptible to just that one goal or that one counter-attack. There's a week in between games, so I'm going to go away and play that off camera. And then we need to try and get a result against second place Man United. We need to win that game to really stay within the hunt for the top 4, let alone anything better than that. So we'll see how we get on with that in 2 seconds. Right then guys, welcome back. We're going to get straight into this one. Looking at the side, I think we are going to give this tactic one more try. I don't think it would be fair to bin it off after one unfortunate result with it. We did look the better team for the most part in that game. Just looking through the squad, I don't think there are any changes I want to make. I think we're going to leave it as is. So the side's unchanged from last time out. Kepa in goal. Back 3 of Tomori, Rudiger, Voba. With Azpilicueta and Emerson, who's recovered from his knock at wing back. Kovacic and Matuidi in midfield. With Hudson-Odoi in behind Haaland and Abraham up front. So Man United with a 4-2-3-1. Greenwood starts up front with Rashford on the bench. That's interesting. We are at home, so I would like to think that we can win this one. Man United in really good form, obviously second in the league. So it's going to be a tough game, but we're off to an early start here, 3 minutes in. And we're coming forward down the right-hand side. Tomori goes back to Rudiger. They seem to be doing a decent job of pressing us, but Voba works it into Matuidi. Emerson's got a load of space on the left-hand side. He does get found now. Can he put the ball in? He does, but it's a poor one and it's straight into the hands of De Gea. De Gea with a ball short to Maguire, and they're coming down now, they're left. Goes inside to Golovin. It's a big ball over the top for Greenwood. He gets the shot off first time, and he does force the save from Kepa. United coming again now down the right-hand side. Wan-Bissaka cutting in and going over to Martial on the left, but as Azpilicueta heads away, Dalot now running at us, gets the opportunity to get a shot away. Andreas to put the corner in. Kepa collects comfortably enough, but we're not looking anywhere near as dominant as we did against Spurs. United coming at us again. with Golovin, but Matuidi does really well to win in. Can we hit them on the counter-attack? It's into Hudson-Odoi. He's got a bit of room to run into. He does shoot, but it's tame, and De Gea makes the save again. Kovacic with the free kick in. Tomori gets a free header, but it's just over the bar. Highlights starting to calm down a bit then, with 10 minutes before half-time. And the possession's been very much in Man United's favour. They now come again down this right-hand side. Rafa goes back to Christensen. Obviously a former player of ours. He goes inside to Pellegrini and Golovin puts a lovely ball over for Greenwood. Kepa, what are you doing? He makes the save. But I'm pretty confident that if he had tried, he could have got there before Mason Greenwood. Andreas to put the corner in. Kovacic heads away. Abraham collects, but he cannons it against Andreas, and we're lucky that Kepa can come and collect. We go in at half-time, it's 0-0, but we've not even looked close to scoring a goal yet. We're going to get aggressive with them. We owe Man United, and what can we do to this? I think we're going to up the tempo a touch, maybe go slightly wider, and I think we're going to take off work ball into the box. But now I'd just like to see us create a couple of opportunities, even if they are shots from distance. Mount's going to come on for Hudson-Odoi. He's not played well in that number 10 role. Mason Mount's a little bit more natural at it, so hopefully we get something out of him. We do get an opportunity now with Haaland out on that right-hand side. He goes back to Azpilicueta, plays into Matuidi. Working it around quite nicely. Kovacic finds Azpilicueta in a bit of space. It's a cut back to Kovacic into Haaland. He can't turn and shoot, but he lays off to Kovacic, who absolutely rifles one. And massively against the run of play, we do go 1-0 up. Kovacic's 4th goal of the season, and we'll see it in 3D. Azpilicueta is patient, he plays it into Kovacic. Erling Haaland goes back to goal, flicks it off nicely for Kovacic, and he absolutely rifles one into the top corner. De Gea's got no chance with that. Kepa now with the ball, plays it off to Tomori. He's got Azpilicueta as the option, he does use him. Needs a bit of support though. Matuidi does well there, and Mason Mount's in. He's got support from the 2 strikers, he goes it on his own. Possibly not the right option. It's a comfortable save for De Gea, and they look like they're going to get the opportunity to try and build something. That's a really poor clearance though. I don't know what's happened there. 64 minutes on the clock then. We're going to pause it there. We do have a highlight, but we'll come back to that in a second. We're going to get Cavani on for Tammy Abraham. He's not had the best of games, and we're just going to change Erling Haaland to that complete forward on support. Just try and get him to do something a little bit different. He obviously got the assist for Kovacic, but other than that, he's been quite quiet. Just a little tweak. And I did see there as well that Rashford is on for Mason Greenwood. So they have changed it now with Rashford coming off the left-hand side and Martial through the middle. As Emerson comes down our left-hand side, it goes into Kovacic. It's an ambitious ball that Wan-Bissaka heads away, and Rafa now coming at us down the right-hand side. Kovacic does well to win in though. And Voba under a bit of pressure. We do alright. Azpilicueta collects, but Rudiger was a little bit lucky there. And again, Wan-Bissaka steals in. Obviously, we know how good the defensive side of his game is. And Voba, that's an awful ball over to Rashford. He lays off to Pellegrini and out to Dalot on that left-hand side. We need to be careful because a few of our players on bookings as well. Dalot goes alone. Luckily, he shoots just wide. Andreas now with the free kick. Seems to be the man for them on set pieces. It does go in through Pellegrini. But I'm wondering whether that's going to be offside. It has been chalked out, thankfully. Christensen nods on and Pellegrini's just on in an offside position. So warning signs for us there. We do get lucky with that one. Tomori again uses Azpilicueta as the option out on the right hand side. It's a poor pass and we've been really sloppy at times today. Matuidi does well to win in though. He gets dispossessed by Golovin. But he comes out with the ball and Haaland plays it through to Mason Mount and in off the post. Haaland with his 2nd assist of the game. Mason Mount with his 2nd goal of the season. It's 2-0, 70 minutes gone. And what a big win this could be for us. Matuidi does really well to win the ball. He's lucky he doesn't get sent off. But Mason Mount with 1 touch out of his feet, and that's a brilliant finish off the bottom of the post. The keeper's got absolutely no chance. And I think for the sake of trying to avoid... I mean, who do we take off? I was going to say to try and avoid going down to 10 men, but realistically, any of them likely to get sent off. I think we're going to go with Matuidi and just stick Dominguez in that box-to-box role. Hopefully, neither of the other 2 get sent off. That would be ideal. We are seeing the game out. 5 minutes to go now, and we get another highlight. Boba with the throw-in back to Emerson. He goes all the way back to Kepa, who uses Tomori. I've been quite impressed with the way the play's gone through Tomori. It's a decent ball out to Emerson on this left-hand side now. He's taken on Dalot. I don't know whether that's a cross-come shot, but it sails harmlessly wide. Kepa having a really good game today. 7.1 I've just seen. That's really good to see after how poor he's been lately. We've been getting news like him saying that he should be dropped by Spain and that we should be dropping him. But we've put him back in the team and Man United have scored. Just as I'm singing the praises of our goalkeeper, that happens. Martial with his 25th goal of the season. We'll see it in 3D. Dalot with a really good run down the right hand side. Kovacic doesn't make his tackle. Golovin heads it down. And Martial with the slide tackle finish. We're seeing quite a lot of them in the match engine this year. Hopefully we can still hold on, but we do get another highlight immediately. We're going to go defensive. It might be too late. Luke Shaw with the throw-in for United. Golovin puts the ball in. Rafa gets a shot blocked. And what is happening here? Rafa's offside. I don't even know what to say about that. That was all sorts of carnage. Yeah, not my finest piece of commentary. But I really wouldn't have been able to keep up and tell you what happened there. Cavani on the turn, uses Emerson. We're just seeing running down the clock now. Kovacic tries to find Cavani, gets dispossessed. There are 5 minutes of stoppage time. Golovin's in. It's a big save from Kepa. Rudiger clears. We're hanging on a bit here. But hopefully we can see it out. Dalot now with the throw-in. Golovin with the opportunity to put a cross in. It's blocked by Kovacic and him and Mount do well to clear. Final whistle's blown. We do hang on for a 2-1 win. And with Man City dropping points, they could only get a 0-0 away at Brighton. We do go back into the top 4, which I think at this point is probably the best we can hope for again. We're well within the hunt to finish second, but I think the title is just too far away now. But we're going to passionately tell the guys that that was a very nice victory. I'm very happy with that. We rode our luck a little bit, but I think compared to the Tottenham game where we were absolutely dominant and got beaten, I think we deserved that luck. So if we go into the schedule then, for the next games, I don't think we're going to bring you the Europa League. I think Standard are a side that realistically we should qualify against pretty comfortably. So I think for next episode we're going to do Man City Brighton, and then if like a Europa League quarterfinal comes up in this sort of area, we'll maybe try and fit a couple of games in there. But Man City and Brighton next up, that'll be your next episode. If you have enjoyed that, guys, please leave a like on it for me. It really does help the channel massively and it means a lot as well. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss any FM20 content. And thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.